So welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, as I was saying, some days you feel on, some days you feel kind of off, so to speak, and just learning with our yoga practice to embrace wherever you are. Embrace where you are. But knowing also where you are is not where you're going to stay, right? And so we'll be using the practice today to kind of sort through that stuff, our suitcase. Someone in one of my classes earlier this week, a teacher talked about your suitcase, so to speak, and what you can drop off at the closing of this practice, what you can kind of work through, and where can you bring more light to. So be thinking about that as we kind of begin our practice. What we can do in this practice of connecting to our breath and our body to kind of create some more lightness and some freedom in our bodies, and hopefully then in our hearts and in our minds. So welcome, glad you're here. So find wherever it may be for you a comfortable seat on your mat. If you want to lay down today and that's where you want to be, lay down. Take a couple moments to just land wherever you are. Once again, kind of in that scope of embracing you right where you are. And then start to land into that place of stillness after you do a little movement. Feel your spine lift, lengthen from the earth. And then feel that energy rooting down for yourself. Connecting to the earth, offering support, nourishment. So can you receive a little bit more today, so then when you roll up your mat, you're able to give more of your light, feel a little lighter in the space of your heart, your mind, your body. And start to just focus on those inhales and exhales. Feel the rise. Feel the fall. Feel the space between. Recognizing wherever you are today is exactly where you need to be. But know that it doesn't have to be there forever, and it won't. Starting to plant those seeds of intention for yourself, or maybe a prayer towards yourself. It's time. Simply asking yourself, how do you want to feel? And encapsulate a word or that feeling. And to breathe that into your body and let every cell in your body feel and experience that. Inhale, deeply exhale. This energy rising and falling. More breaths to land you here. Maybe seeing if that exhale can soften. Finding a little bit more space. Beginning to unload that suitcase. What we don't need. And recognizing maybe what we can add a little bit more light to. What we need to work through. Always starting from this place of accepting where you are and embracing who you are. Start to find your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nostrils. How it goes over. Feel energetically the breath travel down, 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 the space of your spine, down to the root, into the earth. And one more breath, just consciously breathing in and out. Your next breath in, just stretch your arms out, palms lift to the sky, lift through your heart center, and reach those arms up. And exhale, anchor the hands to heart. Opening the eyes on an inhale, sweeping that up. Separate those hands, palms face forward, and exhale, bring the hands to the earth, connecting once again to that source of nourishment. Support and shifting forward to hands and knees. Make your way into table pose. Before you do much movement here, just parking hands underneath shoulders, knees under hips. Take a moment to just kind of find this center place for yourself. Feel the contraction of the lower abdominals pulling in and down towards the root. Energize the arms, pressing into the earth. Keep the gaze forward, next to long. Find your Ujjayi breath. And then now start to find a little sway of those hips side to side. You might notice tightness on the outside, popping of and your crackling of the joints. And walking those hands just a little bit forward, shift those hips to a little modified cobra here. And then make your way over to that left hip, left side, over to the right, up to the right shoulder, dip the hips, it feels good. Little soft bend in those elbows, and then back around clockwise. The left. And back around counterclockwise. Moving slowly, intentionally with your breath. Next time, just come back to that table position in the center, finding your center here. Now, with your next inhale, start to stretch your right toes back, just kind of pressing through that heel, stretching through the Achilles. Walk the hands back so they're right directly underneath the shoulders. Lift out of the left hip and start to find a little balance. Once again, finding that center space to lift the right toes. And on your next exhale, curl the right knee in, draw the forehead to inhale, extend, lifting out of that left hip, reach through the toes, crown of the head. Exhale, curling everything. Stay here with just the leg, or maybe add your left arm, palm faces inwards up to the sky. Exhale, curl everything. Keep your right shoulder right over that. Exhale, drag everything. It might feel a little wobbly at times. Keep pressing with that top of the left big toe. Next time you extend, pause. Bend your left elbow out to the side, finding a little cactus arm. And then bend your right knee out, finding a little fire hydrant. Now, tendency is to let that left hip dip to the left, so you can bring it back to center. Find your center. Maybe play with extending the leg out and arms straight. Hold here, stay with it. Breathe. And then exhale, bring the knee back in, hand to the earth, cat position. Pause here, maybe stretching out that right. Let it out. Inhale, reach through, cat position, cat cow. Exhale, round through the spine. And then inhale back to your neutral spine. Pause here. Find your center. Find your breath. And reach the left toes back. Reach through that left heel. Shift a little front and back. Lift out of that right hip, so feel that engagement. And then find that place to lift that left leg just hip height. Reaching through the toes. Start with the right palm down as you exhale, draw the left knee in, curling it. Inhale, extend, reach, and lengthen. Exhale, drag everything. So starting to bring some energy along your spine. Feeling the breath travel up and down. Now maybe adding that right arm. Notice what it does to the balance, to your breath. What do you have to do to keep yourself anchored in that center? 2 more. You extend, pause. Bend the right elbow out to the side, the left knee out to the left, pause. Now pull yourself into that midline. Draw those ribs in, maybe extend the left leg out. Maybe extend that right arm. Hang in there, breathe in, breathe out. And exhale, soften down to the earth. Cat position here. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, reach through. And exhale, cat. Inhale back to your neutral spine. Big sip of breath here. This time extend that left leg back and then plant the toes down, spin the back heel down. You're gonna kind of pivot your right toes off the mat and finding a little gate position here. Stretch the left arm up by the ear or to the sky, whatever feels good. If you can, pivot the left toes towards the edge of your mat so then you get that really nice anchoring. Beautiful. And then begin to circle that arm down. And coming to the front, you're gonna pivot your left toes to the front of your mat. Left knee over ankle. And then opening up into a little modified warrior 2. Just let your palms open to the sky, just into that place of receiving. And then just rock just a little bit. You'll feel some opening across those thighs. Closing the eyes if it feels good. Now charge up that left leg, straighten. Hips are over the knees and pivot your left toes again towards the side of your mat. Arm reaches up. Grab a hold of your right wrist, lean up and over. See if you can lengthen left side body as much as right. Lift up, come back through center. Anchor the hips right over those knees, or over your knees rather, and then walk those hands forward. Coming into a half dog variation. Start to walk those hands forward. Maybe the head lays between the arms. Anchor through the outer edge of that left foot. Dropping the chest down. And then on an inhale, start to walk the hands in. Come back to that gate position we were in the beginning. Lift the left arm to the sky, and then maybe work into a little balance here. So again, can you find your center, hip over knee, shoulder over wrist. Lower belly pulling in, flex the left toes, and maybe work into a little bit of a balance here, staying lifted out of that right hip, arm extend. Exhale, drag it in. Inhale. One more. Inhale, extend. This time, give it a try if you want to. Start to kick that leg out to the side. Touch the toes. Arm reaches up. Exhale, place the foot down. Come back to squaring the shoulders. Down to the earth. Right knee under that right hip. Tuck the right toes. From here, start to lift that right knee and chin and cover it off the earth. Lift the left toes. Sweep it back. Three-legged down dog here, right leg. Anchor down to the earth, heel reaching to the earth. Lift your left leg to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, lifting out of the right shoulder. Pick up the head. Straighten the left leg out, square the hips. Exhale to lift. Just pedal one heel, then the other. Just notice. Lift the tippy toes. Shift forward the plank. Press into the earth, tuck the chin into chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing. Exhale, next lower the knees to the earth. Table pose. One cat-cow here, breath in. Exhale, feel it into the body, every cell. Exhale as you fold. Inhale back to your neutral spine. Extend your right leg. Find that lift. Then toes spin down to the earth. Left toes come off. Finding a little gate position here, other side. Just enjoy that side body stretch. A little bit of a back bend as you press your hips towards knee here. Any wrist you do here. Stretching. And arm reaches up. Good. And then you're actually going to just kind of circle down. Bending through that right knee, toes to the front. Right knee over ankle. And then rising up into that little modified warrior two. Palms opening up. And just a little bit of a rock up and down, but your still knee is anchored over that. Feel your breath. Promise we'll build some fire soon. We've been easing into our Saturday. Good. And then we can just straighten the legs, pivot the toes forward here. Foot parallel to the side of the mat, arm reaches up. Grab a hold of that left wrist up and forward. And then space on the side body. Get out of the hip, feel that sweep. And then inhale, rise up. Separate those hands, exhale, pinch forward into your half dog variation. Bowing down to the earth. Yourself, shake it up. The forehead lands, maybe a little massage of that third eye. And with your next inhale, walk the hands in, lift up, just to that halfway point, walk that left hand around. Coming into that gate position again, and lifting that top arm up over the bottom. And then finding that place, if you want to, a little bit of a balance. Flex the toes. And exhale, bending. Inhale, reach out. Really press energy out through that heel. Lifting out of that bottom head. Inhale, extend out. Find that place to balance. Find your center. And play with extending the leg out without leaning the hip back. Touch the toes maybe. Inhale, reach up. And out, exhale, hand to the earth, square off the shoulders. Tuck the left toes, lift that left leg. Lift the left shin. From this space, straighten that left leg, sweep the right leg back, three-legged down dog. Shake it up. Really anchoring through that left heel. Lifting out of the left shoulder. Breathing, sending energy or love notes, so to speak, in parts of your body that might need a little extra attention today. Exhale the foot down here. Inhale, lift the tippy toes, look towards your plank. Settle shoulders right over those wrists, shift forward. Knees can come down or stay lifted as you go your own way. Untuck the toes, forehead to the earth. Walk those hands beside the body, the torso, palms to the earth. And you can kind of play with lifting one foot and then the other, anchoring the feet down. Roll the chest open, so roll the shoulders up to the ears, down the back, feel that engagement. Tuck your chin into chest, and then inhale, lengthen forward. Stay right here with feet rooted down. Then maybe adding those arms, getting a nice shoulder stretch. Interlacing those fingers, maybe playing with a full Shalabhasana. If you lift the feet, heels to the sky, feel that internal rotation of your shin bones, thighs to the sky. Lower belly pulls in, one more breath. And exhale, soften to the earth. Walk your hands in line with those upper ribs. Inhale to your cobra. So can you again roll the shoulders up to the ears, down the back. Feel that connection. Keep it low. Tuck the toes, press back to your heels, child's pose. Take a big collective breath in. Breathe it out. Inhale through table. Hover those knees. Exhale, press back down. And just taking a couple pedals here. One heel and the other. And then as you continue to kind of pedal, begin to walk the feet forward slowly. Walking the hands as you do. Make your way to the top of the mat. Feet land about hips distance, maybe a little wider here. Let the hips really exaggerate, shifting back. And kind of shifting forward to the left, to the right, and then find that center place. A little soft bend in those knees. Lift length of your torso halfway. And exhale, fold and stretch. So it might feel good to just let those arms go wherever they are, rubbing opposite elbows. You want a little bit more active, holding on to calf muscles, heel. Rolling your chest towards your thighs, lengthening the spine. Weight slightly forward in the balls of the feet out. Big breath. Working your load right here. Be a little freer and lighter for this practice for you. Go ahead and release the grip if you're holding on. Toe heel your feet together. Find your breath to lift limp. Exhale, fold and focus your weight into those heels, curl the tailbone. Take a slow roll to stand. Arms reach up. Exhale, anchor the hands to the heart. Big sip of breath together. Breathe it out. Utkatasana chair pose. So if you can, those big toes to touch, heels just a little bit apart, but you want to get everything into the midline, weight into those heels, lengthening that tailbone. Take your arms for this version kind of out in front of you like an offering. Roll the shoulders back. Weight into the heels, toes are light. Charge up the legs on an inhale, rise up, arms reach. Exhale, drag everything in, pull it in as you sit and press those elbows back. Inhale, arms are gonna just come parallel to shoulders and then slide down. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And out. You've got it. Get ready to hold it. Find your chair with your offer, little pulses. Small little movement, weight into those heels, toes are left. Knees right over those ankles. Lower belly pulls in. Find your breath. As you exhale, rise. Straighten those arms, finding Tadasana. Squatting again, find that chair. Building some heat in the legs, inhale, reach out. Dragging in, I'm reversing it here, here we go. So here we go, find your chair, arms reach out. Breath in, and out. And always open the mouth if you want to kind of find that extra release. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Now from here, find that chair pose again. Perfect time to do a little dance side to side. Just kidding. Find those little pulses. If you want to dance this morning, you dance. Little pulses. Find a little sequence here. Here we go. Rise up. Find Tadasana. Offer. Pull everything in. Squat. Really press those elbows back. Engaging shoulder blades down the back. Opening across the heart. Find your center here. 3, 2. Last one, find that last little bit of a squat, hold here. Little pulses. As you exhale next, let's hold that. Let it go. Ah. Pedal one foot and then the other. And then your next inhale, find your halfway lift, a little soft bend in those knees. Fingertips to the earth, or maybe bringing those hands to blocks, whatever feels best. So find that space halfway, and then start to find a supported warrior three to extend the left leg back. Right hand reaches to your right hip crease, really lengthening, lower back should be level here. Flex the left toe. Fingertips just kind of barely touching the earth, or maybe using blocks here. And can you feel that spiraling in of your left thigh here? A little soft bend in that right knee, so you're not locking out. Take the support from the earth here, 2 more breaths. Use your right leg though, so you should feel some firing up. Feel your breath. And then exhale, next, bend your right knee a little deeper, step the hands back to the left foot as you come into your low lunge with the left hip dip down. So right knee right over ankle. Fingertips to the earth or a block. Start to straighten the left, right leg as you shift your hips back. Let your head kind of come between the arms, a little round near the spine. See if you can scissor the legs so your right hip crease draws back, left hip goes to the front. And then do this again. Inhale, reach through. Maybe gaze comes up, exhale, press back. Breath in, reach through. And exhale, press back. Inhale, rebend, this time engage that back leg so it doesn't dip down. Spin the back heel down. From here, so heels, kind of heel alignment, rise up warrior two. Palms open to the sky. Right knee over ankle. Now start to charge up the legs straight from the front leg, reach up. Press that energy down. Rebending, maybe getting a little deeper. One more. Beautiful. This next time, re-straighten that front leg. Grab a hold of that right wrist and up and over to you. I've been here before in this shape, but closer to the earth. One more breath. Inhale back up, re-bend through the front knee. Relax those shoulders. Good. Feel that energy. Now circle the hand to the earth. Now step off the back foot. You're gonna find a standing split. So use both hands here. Standing split opener, I call it. So you're actually gonna open that left hip, flexing the left foot. As if you're coming into a half moon. And then both hands are gonna keep you here. Bend that left knee up to the left elbow. Kick it back. Exhale to the left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale to that left tricep. Hold it here with a fire hydrant. And then maybe keep that leg straight out. Hold here. Lift out of that right hip. One more rock. You got it. Exhale. Lift that left to the right and hold for it. Full cycle of breath. Full cycle out. Inhale, root down, find that halfway lift. Hands to shins or to the earth. Exhale, hold and circle. Uttanasana, take it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach hands high. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Right, a little soft bend in those knees. Find that supported warrior, 3 little soft bend in those knees. Once again, maybe hands to the blocks might be where you need to be as you start to extend that right leg back. So we're not into a full warrior three, using the earth here, using props to kind of help us feel the shape. Lengthening left hip crease back, spiral right thigh in, toes pointing to the earth. Neck is long. Little bend in that left knee, and then see if you can zip up. Force at those ribs. Feel your breath. 2 more breaths. Stay with it. Feel the strength of your left leg here and your right. Really charge up that right leg. And then bend a little deeper through that left leg. Step back, find your low lunge. Left knee over ankle. From here, dip that right hip down, lift your chest, lift your gaze. And exhale, shift your hips back, straightening through that front leg. Once again, just be mindful of keeping that lower back level. So as much as you are reaching that left hip crease back, anchor that right hip bone reaching forward. Rebend through that left knee. Spin the back heel down, charge up the leg. On an inhale, rise up forward. And those palms, I like to kind of play with opening them to the sky, just in that act of receiving, but also just helps you relax those shoulders away from the hips. So find space on your mat, and then fill up that space with your breath, as you straighten the front leg, and rebend. Inhale. Sweet. Exhale, press that energy. One more. Inhale, lift up. Grab a hold of that left wrist and up and over. Soften that right shoulder. Inhale, rise back up, bend through that left knee. Through warrior two, you're gonna come into that split opener. So charge at the left leg, lift that right leg to sky. So my shoulders are squared to the earth here. Start to bend that right knee out to the side, kind of over towards your right upper arm, and kick it out. Really flexing the foot, reaching through that heel. Last one, get high up on the arm, hold it here, kind of more hip height. Maybe kick it out, hold. Lift out of that left hip, you've got this. Breathe, breathe, breathe. One more sip of breath. And exhale, tap that right foot down. Hold forward. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, fold and surrender. A little soft bend in the knees. Throw your weight into those heels. Curl the tailbone, rise. Arms sweep. And back to heart. Uttanasana chair pose here. Arms are going to reach out, palms together. Once again, draw the shoulder blades together. Now bring that energy back to heart. Now look to your knees. Keep them level. Make sure that they're not shifting front and back. And you may just exaggerate one to the front and then the back and know kind of what that looks like. Weight into the heels. Twist to the right. Stay upright or tap the left elbow down without letting that left knee jet in front. Inhale, center.
Opposite side, once again, anchor through that right side, don't let it twist. The twist is happening through that mid to upper spine. And if it doesn't feel good to tap elbow to thigh, then stay lifted. Let your exhale be that twist and tap. Your inhale brings you back to center. I'm wringing out that center here. Hang in there, toes are light, stay with it. You can do this. I can do this. We got this. Use your breath. One more, each side, you got it. Back to center, hands, lift to that third eye, place charge of the legs on the inhale, rise up. Oh. This time, right hand to belly, left hand to heart. Close the eyes, bring the gaze downward. And reconnect. Can you feel your heartbeat? Feel your breath. Feel the earth beneath you. Release the hands, open the eyes. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lift you forward. A little soften in those knees as you go. Your breath lifts you half up. This time, step back, one foot then the other, find your plank position. Keep those knees lifted or lower them down. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way. Cobra, up dog. Both opportunities to open across that heart center, lifting out of the lower back. And then exhale, journey back, downward facing dog. Take a big sip of breath. Empty it out. Now with your next inhale, keeping those hips squared, lift your right leg to the sky. You're really anchoring through that left heel. Start to walk your hands back to that left foot. Now if you need to bring blocks with you to do this, do so. Now from here, you're kind of in this forward fold here. Start to lift your chest again to that halfway point. Bend through that left knee. And then maybe now start to lift those hands to heart into a little crouching warrior. Now be mindful that you're not leaning so far forward you're putting pressure into that knee. My weight is still into that left heel. Spiral the right thigh in. Chest is open, so draw the shoulder blades together. Sometimes it's helpful to bring that hand to the thigh here to kind of feel that space on either side of your ribs. You got this, stay with it. Two more breaths, tap into your strength right here, right now. Now, start to charge with that left leg, bring the right knee in, start to rise up so you can suspend the right foot. Bring that right knee through, Padangusthasana. Now, a little bend to the left knee, right foot to left thigh, figure four, spiraling open. Just be mindful that that right foot didn't flip down on the left knee. Hands to those hip creases can kind of help you hinge forward as you reach your booty back. Hands to heart, or maybe finding that kind of opposing reach forward as you reach your bum back. Soften the face. Soften the left toes. Your next inhale, charge the left leg. Bring that right knee with you. Now trust yourself. You're going to take that leg out in front of you, taking a big step forward, softly landing into a leg. Arms reach up, inhale. Anchor through that back heel, hands to heart, twisting to your right. So maybe it's here. Maybe you bring it a little lower. Maybe you lower that back knee. Wherever you are today, just honor that. Go with what feels right for your body. Now, if the knee is lifted, reach through that back heel. Notice how you can crouch down under that shoulder to really energetically press down through that top palm to lift out of the left side. You'll feel a nice opening across that left scapula.
Drop the right shoulder back. Gaze can stay down or play with balance, looking up. Ooh. Breathe in, breathe out. So it's tricky when we get into this twisted space, right? To find some open breath. How can you do that? Where can you soften? A couple more breaths. And then keeping this kind of right knee bent where it is, left hand's gonna come down to the inside of the right foot. Start to slide the right foot back, spinning to the outer edge of that left foot. That might be where you stay, shoulder over wrist. Right arm can lift overhead. Or you find a little balance here. That leg can come right on top, stay right there. Or a couple here, we're gonna bend that knee into the elbow. This next time you bend wherever you are, look to the front of the mat, see if you can slowly step that right foot forward. Spin the back heel down. Ah. Heeling down, or heel down, rise up, warrior two. Find a little revolve warrior, right arm to the sky. And then charge up the legs straight. Pivot the feet wide parallel, and you're gonna bend through that back knee. So left knee bends now. Warrior two facing the back wall, or the back of your mat rather. We don't really have walls and we're not in a studio. So hug that left glute in, spiral the right hip. Open, left knee moves toward your pinky toe. Finding that space here, palms open. Feels better to do this. Palms down, do so. And I want you to settle your gaze in front of you. Something so small that you're staring at, find that point. And then soften your gaze. Close your eyes. Trust that your body can hold you. Trust the earth beneath you. Trust this moment. Breathe. Get just a little bit deeper into your warrior two. Hold here, couple more breaths, stay with it. What can you soften? And then see whatever it is, without opening your eyes, see what you were staring at. Open the eyes, find it. Spread those wings. Exhale, bring it down to the earth, spin off the back heel. Ah, woo. Shake out that left leg, so back. Exhale, 2 feet to the earth. So you can choose, find a little movement, find child's, what do you need? Maybe it's a half flow where you press forward to plank, back to downward dog. Exhale, back, wall meet in downward dog. Take a big breath here. Breathe it out. On an inhale, left leg sweeps high to the sky. Look to that right heel, really anchoring. Start to walk back to your foot. I'm gonna move forward a little bit so I'm not off the camera so much. Little bend through that right knee. Start to lift your chest. Flex the left toes, square the hips off, finding your crouching warrior. So those fingertips may be light in a supported fashion. Maybe lifting to shins or thigh or hands to heart. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and back down towards your hips. Chest is open. Soften the breath. Focus that energy into that right heel and the left heel. Your breath. Emptying it out. You got this. Couple more breaths. Stay with it. And begin to charge up that right leg, rising up, coming with Stasana. Just a transition as you lift out of the right hip, draw that left knee through. Then through that right knee, left foot to right thigh, figure four.
Hinging forward. You decide those arms where they go. Couple more breaths, stay with it. You can go just a little deeper, getting into that outer right glute, into the piriformis. On an inhale, charge up. Know where you're going. You're gonna start to reach that left leg out, suspend it into a lunge step. As much as you can. Inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center. So I want you to really be conscious kind of of those hips, right? Not twisting with you. So tilt the pelvis just a little bit. Reach through that back heel. Lean your heart forward, then finding that twist as you really anchor through that back heel. Dropping the head back, lifting out of that right shoulder. Always lower the back heel down. Feel the inhale lengthen forward. Exhale in the twist, creating space. Next exhale, land your right hand down as if you're coming into kind of a twisted lunge. Then begin to spin to the outer edge of the right foot. Slide your left foot back into your modified side plank. Or stacking. Or start to kind of suspend as you reach the arm up over elbow to knee. Flex the bottom foot. Shoulder right over wrist. This time as you suspend, big step forward, top of the mat. Spin the back heel down. Warrior two legs, revolve your warrior. And then opening back up into your warrior two. We're gonna move to the opposite direction actually, sorry. So back around front to the right leg. I'm gonna turn around. And pause. Now see, looking in front of you, settle your gaze on that fine point. Close the eyes, bring the gaze really soft. More. Pressing through the outer edge of that back foot. Feel your front knee anchored over that right ankle. Four corners of left foot, four corners of right. Corners of your body. And you bring yourself back to center. Lift your breath. One more breath here. Soften into it. Open the eyes, see that point. Take a big sip of breath, stretch those wings. Exhale, cut with the hands to the earth. Spinning off the back heel. Right foot steps to the left. Flowing through, find child. What under you in this moment? Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. On an inhale, right leg high to the sky. Come forward to your plank. Tap the right toes behind you this time. Hips can stay kind of squared or you open up into a wild thing. Pressing through the ball of that right foot. Now come back into that side plank. Straighten the leg, hook the toe, step it forward, top of the mat. From here, step off the back foot. You're gonna come now into that half moon shape. So both hands can stay down to the earth, squaring the shoulders, or as you walk the right hand, pull it over to the right, stacking shoulder on shoulder. Fingertips cupping the earth or using a block. Start to spiral the left thigh open to the sky. Flexing the left toes. Bring it in line with the body here, so you kind of can look back to the left foot. Make sure you can see it. Right toes anchored forward. And then exhale, circle the left hand down. Big step back lunge. Let that left hip dip, open the chest, sweep it back. Exhale, 2 feet to the earth. Take a big breath in together. Breathe it out. And then left leg sweeps. You come forward with your breath. Wild thing, hips squared or open. And then pressing to the outer edge of that right foot, find that place to balance. Bring that left knee up to elbow. Maybe straighten the leg out, hook the toe, big step forward. From here, coming off of that back heel, you're moving into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Left fingertips cupping the earth, which way block, spiral open. Really stacking right hip on top of left. Adding the arm if you choose. You can lift that right leg a little higher at a diagonal, you got it. And then closing the right hand down. Stepping back. Spin the back heel down, this time opening into goddess. Heels and toes out. Palms open to the sky. Little pulses. Close the eyes. Feel the heat in the body. You got it. Knees right over ankles. Keep rotating out. Tailbone down to the earth, crown of the head up. You've got this. A couple more pulses. Last chance to kind of just run some heat through the body. Hold here in that deep space. Hold it. One more breath. Rise up. Arms reach. Feet wide parallel. Big stretch up. Hands to those hips. Hinging forward. Wide straddle. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale. Find that halfway. Your space. Good. As you exhale, bend through your right knee. Circle around. So framing that front foot. Step your left foot in about 3 foot distance, maybe walk longer or shorter. Heel to arch alignment, right hip crease drop back, left hip bone forward. Energy in the right foot reaching forward, energy in that left heel reaching back. Now, for you, it might feel better to take 2 hands to blocks. To kind of lift your chest a little bit more and bring the earth to you. Successful, you start to fold forward. Reaching that right hip crease back, check in with that lower back, make sure it's not dipping to the side. Up the head. Feel your feet, feel your breath. Reach that right hip crease back just a little bit more. Feel some sensation in that outer right leg. And then use your inhale to lengthen. Pivot the toes to the side and setting up for pyramid opposite side. Left hand to left hip crease lengthen. Exhale, fold, and just showing you if you want to try the blocks here. And it helps bring the earth a little bit more to you. You can bend those elbows as you fold forward. So your right heel reach back, and that stretch across the Achilles. Energize the left toes forward. Can you feel the sensation in the outer band of that left leg? Inhale, lift, lengthen, find that space again. You're going to start to kind of pivot the toes to the side. I'm going to switch around again. constant switching around. Then you're going to start to bend your knees coming into Gomukhasana, stacking left leg on top of right. Now, if this doesn't feel good, you can certainly start with like a cross-legged. You can also be in a figure four. But working to stack those knees, left glute anchoring down here, flexing the feet. Feel that left glute soften, lift out of that right side, ribs stay right here. Or maybe reaching forward. As you reach forward, feel that energy anchoring you down, supporting you. Create space in those side ribs. Reach in just a little bit into the body, lengthening the neck. Inhale, keep the legs where they are. Just bring that right arm underneath the left, either holding on to the shoulders, finding eagle arms. If it feels good, lift those elbows slightly away from chest, chin to chest, and then extend your arms out towards the side here, feeling that nice stretch across your upper back, neck. Going back upright, release the hands, lean back into the hands. Bring those feet out, shake it out, and setting up the opposite side, wherever you were. So left leg tucking in. If you're in a cross-legged Sukhasana, opposite leg coming in front. And full pigeon, same thing, opposite leg on top, so it'll be the right leg, right hip roots down. Take a moment, just notice it's easy to kind of find that dropping into the back, so if you need to lift something underneath the hips to find space, do so. Flex the feet. If you need more sensation, shin bones more parallel to the front of the mat. And if you need even more sensations, you can start to hinge forward, but deep connection to the earth. Sit bones. Feel your breath. What can you release from right here, just using your breath? Where can you create some softness? As your inhale, slowly rise up. Either left arm underneath right, hugging, or find eagle arms. So find that space to lift up. Reach those hands out in front, maybe drop your chin to chest, make it nice and deep. And then coming back upright, lean back into the hands, squeeze out wide. And then finding a little wide straddle here. So bringing those legs out. Don't stress so much about how wide you are compared to me or where you think you should be. Take those hands behind you, kind of allow them to kind of press into the earth to lift a little bit away. Toes to the sky, knees to the sky. And if you need a little bend in those knees to find the spine long, or maybe to sit on a pillow or bolster, and then maybe you start to walk those hands forward. Keep rooting down through the heels, knees to the sky. You may need to kind of take a little bit of that flesh to anchor down through the hips a little bit more. And inhale, slowly rise up. Take those hands behind the knees, draw the feet together, Baddha Konasana, soles of those feet. Knees lifting up, finding
Find space again, spinning the thighs out and down. Stay right here. We're finding a little bowing, hinging forward. And inhale, slowly rise up. Position yourself, if you're not already there, close to the top of your mat. Hands to the shins, feet to the earth. Lift, lengthen. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, a little cat position here. And sitting up out of that space, finding that hinging back of the arms. Curl the tailbone, take a slow roll to the mat. And you may want to grab a block or a book or something like that. Walk the feet in. Back the tailbone, curling off of the earth. Pick your block. Finding a little supported bridge pose here. Resting the block right at the sacrum. Tuck the shoulders. And it doesn't have to be high. You can be on that low height. Totally fine. It might actually feel more supportive. Get more width. And then from the belly, lift one foot then the other. And start to lift your legs to the sky. Now, if you're close to a wall and you like to do legs up the wall, actually legs up the wall, then you feel free to bring yourself there, or even the thighs could rest against a couch. Anything to just kind of elevate your feet above your head, your heart. Successful with the palms open as you tuck the shoulders under. Make sure that your lower back is fully connected to the earth, that we're not lifting into that shoulder stand unless that's where you want to be right now. The eyes. Notice the sensation in the feet, calves, backs of the knees, quads, hamstrings, shins. Hips, pelvis, lower back, ribs, front back, upper back, shoulders rooting down into the earth, arms connected. Notice fingers. Chin, jaw, eyes, forehead, scalp. Slide your energy back down to your heart center. To your heart. Median life force. Place of love, compassion, acceptance, joy, peace, gratitude. Now feel free to stay in this feet up the wall position. Keep focusing on the heart center. You want to come out of legs up the wall, slowly bring the feet down. And lower them down. At the same time, if you're at a wall, you have to go to the side, of course. Hips down. Hips side. And just start to extend those legs out. It feels better to keep the knees bent, do so. Finding any props that might support you. Connecting one hand, the belly to heart, if that feels right for you, or arms beside the body, palms open to the sky. Shoulders under. for supporting you. Allow your body to be supported, compelled. Find this place for you to just land and be. To connect back to breath. Deepen your breath. Let it begin to fill up your body again, take up space. This refreshing breath touching every cell in your body. Some energy to the toes, the fingers, wiggling. Maybe starting to stretch one end of the mat to the other. It feels good to hug everything into one place in the middle. Give yourself a big hug and do so. Make your way over to your right side. Just take a moment to pause and collect. As you think about your own space, your own sanctity, your body, your suitcase, you've been able to work through some things today. Maybe not. Just acknowledging what you can leave behind, thought, feeling, belief, experience that just doesn't serve you. Focus your energy on it. Acknowledging what you'll take with you, what may need some more light, energy to work on, and that's okay.
gathering all of this, all of the parts, and just start to slowly lift back up to a comfortable seat. Eyes still gently closed. Bring one hand to heart, then the other. You can place one hand on top. Sometimes it feels nice to just hold yourself this way. Take a big collective breath in. Breathe it out together. Bring your palms together, undulating mudra. So starting at heart center, then moving up to your third eye, that place between your brow. We close this practice together, honoring the sweet light within us, bowing together, giving thanks to ourselves, one another in this beautiful practice, and together saying, Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks so much for joining me. Great to have you. Gonna stop the recording.